Hey everyone, are you ready to be fired up? Because I sure am. And today's guest, I am more than excited about because it's something that I need to actually start doing more in my business. So, if you would like to hear about Matt Mcwilliams, here's what he specializes in. He's an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs and companies such as Shark Tank's Kevin Harrington, Zig Ziglar, Ray Edwards, Brian Tracy, Lewis Howes, Shutterfly, Jeff Goins, and Michael Hyatt have all trusted our guest today, Matt Mcwilliams, to run their affiliate launches. He actually helps online business owners make money as an affiliate and leverage the power of affiliate partners to grow their business. Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there. Matt, I am so excited. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Krista.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you, and here's the deal. I'm selfishly going to be like interviewing you because it's something that I do not do enough. I know I need to, and I know that I should be capitalizing on affiliate marketing so much more than I am. And so I'm going to be talking to you from somebody that's kind of like brand new to the affiliate marketing space. First of all, for our listeners, I understand what affiliate marketing is, but many people, I think some of them might not. Can you explain what affiliate marketing is and why it will be useful to a business?
Yeah, well, I'll just say those are like the best interviews. People ask me why I started a podcast. I told them, because I get free consulting. Like I got to spend 45 minutes with Seth Godin and ask him anything I wanted to ask him. Like, it's great if thousands of people listen to it. That's awesome. But I would have done it just for myself, so I love those episodes where it's like you leave it going, man, I got to go watch that or listen to that again.
Yes, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. I mean, so hopefully everybody else gets something out of it. If not, well, you did. So, hey, cool. So affiliate marketing at its core, here's how I explain it. I mean, the concept of affiliate marketing has been around probably since the dawn of time. About 25, 30 years ago, we just added technology to it, when the internet came on. I think about, I don't know when the first Roman Empire was, but let's just go, 1000 BC or whatever, 500 BC. And you got like guys walking around in togas, and there's, I don't know, I can name like 2 Roman names. So you got, Marcus and Sisyphus, right? And they're walking around in their togas, and Marcus owns a deli and Sisyphus is a lawyer. And, Sisyphus says like, hey, let me introduce you to, I ran out of Roman names. So, let me introduce you to Nero, right? Nero, go to his deli. And he's like, dude, your next meal's on me. That's what affiliate marketing is. Like, that really is what it is. You have a product that you believe in, whether you believe in the person, you believe in the company, you believe in the actual product. Like, it could be, these shoes changed my life. If you have high arches, go buy these shoes. This course transformed my business. If you are like I was when I bought this course, go buy this course. I often say that, like, when we talk about affiliate marketing, so being an affiliate, I know we're going to talk about the other side today, which is getting affiliates to be affiliates for your, for your company, because I think that's what's going to best serve your audience. But I sent this out to my text community the other day. So all the people who subscribe to our text message updates, and it was a podcast I did like 3 years ago. It was episode 9. We're almost, by the time this airs, we'll be on episode roughly 400 of my podcast. And the title of it was Affiliate Marketing is a Butt Sniffing Monkey. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to explain that at all. Now, the explanation of that was my sophomore year of college. So at University of Tennessee, we had just gotten T3 internet for the campus. So we had this like super fast internet, which meant we could watch videos, not streaming. You still had to download them. But this like 15-second video would only take like 2 minutes to download versus my freshman year, it would take, 20 minutes to download, right? Well, we didn't have any way of sending this to anybody. I didn't know anybody's email address. I had a Hotmail address. I was probably one of 500 people on campus who had an email address at that time, right? But there's this video. Now, it's a little crass, so just bear with me, but it's a video of a monkey, probably like a infant, not an infant, but like a toddler or, adolescent monkey. And he's scratching his butt. And then he pulls his hand up and he smells his hand, and he like exaggeratedly fall, like his arms flail and he falls out of the tree. And what I think is the mom just kind of looks at him. Now, this is totally real. This, as far as I know, this happened in the wild. You can Google it. If you Google, monkey sniffs butt, then you'll see this, or monkey sniffs hand. You'll find this video. Well, here's what happened when I saw that video. I'm 19 years old, right? I immediately, and I lived in the athletic dorm. I played golf at the University of Tennessee. I immediately ran next to our next door neighbors. They were on the basketball team. I'm like, Vincent, dude, CJ, you got to see this. You got to see this. And then they're like, dude, and they go like, next thing you know, we're all like, dude, you got to see this. Come here. You got to see this. We have like the whole athletic dorm in our suite.
Yeah.
And every time somebody would come by, they're like, you guys got the monkey video? Is that you? Because again, we didn't have it's not like you could just instant message it or post it on Facebook. You had to come to our suite to watch the internet video that we had downloaded. Yeah, let me pull it up. Oh man, dude, can I borrow your phone? Let me call so and so. Hey, come down here, Suite 101. You got to see this, right? And at its essence, that's what affiliate marketing is. It's, hey, this thing that I tried, or that I used, or that I heard about. Come here. You got to see this. And that's what it is. We just do it via email. We do it via social media. We do it via podcasts. We do it via YouTube. We spread the message that 20 some odd years ago, we had to spread more manually. We spread that message of other people's products. This wasn't our video. It's not like we created it and then went, hey, come here, look at my thing. This is somebody else's thing, somebody else's creation. We spread that message and tell them, hey, you got to look at it. And then what did we get out of that? Well, we became literally like the most popular suite on campus. Like, no joke, by the end of the year, if you wanted to play Xbox, because we were like the first, or PlayStation, sorry, we were like the first people on campus to have a PlayStation too. You wanted to play PlayStation, you were coming to Suite 101. You wanted to do anything. You wanted to hang out with like the quote unquote cool kids. Like, we're just four like nerd golfers, and we were like the coolest kids in the athletic dorm. That was our currency. That was our payment that we got, was to be like the cool kids. In affiliate marketing, you get a commission, you get money.
So let me break it down. Okay, that was a very long answer. Okay, so to break it down, affiliate marketing is when you have a product or service, right? Yep. That somebody else will promote for you because they believe in the product and the product works for them and they love the product, and then they get paid a commission to do so. Also, affiliate marketing is when, let's just say there's somebody who, like, for example, let's just say I was going after real estate agents, and I know that Dave Ramsey has a huge list of real estate agents. So I would go to Dave Ramsey and say, Dave, can you please promote my coaching to real estate agents? And in doing so, anybody that joins, when they join, I'm going to give you a commission for when they join. Mm-hmm. Correct? Did I say it right?
You got it exactly. It's funny you mentioned Dave, because my wife used to work in the ELP program.
So. Oh, wow. Okay, good. So you know what I'm saying. So that is what affiliate marketing is. Also, so let's just put it down and to make it a little bit more of on a smaller scale. It's sort of like if you're in real estate, let's just use realtors as an example, and you give a referral fee. So somebody calls you and says they want to sell their house in Tacoma, but you don't live in Tacoma, but you give that referral to another agent in Tacoma. Mm-hmm. And now that agent in Tacoma says, oh, I'm going to give you a referral for referring me to that seller. It's the same kind of thing, just on a much, much broader scale.
Yeah, and you can actually systematize that. When I was in the insurance business, we sold leads to insurance. This is how I got into affiliates back in the mid 2000s. We sold leads to agents nationwide, but we would have one of our very first big affiliates was a guy named Alston Balcom. He only sold insurance in Connecticut. If you know anything about Connecticut, you pretty much have to market to the New York City market and the Boston market and the Providence market. So you're generating maybe 5 to 12% of your leads are going to actually be leads that he could write. So what the heck is he supposed to do the other 90%? Well, he sold them to us. And of course, we paid him an affiliate commission. So that works if you're doing any kind of marketing where you're generating stuff out of your territory. It's a great way to get affiliates. Look for those people who maybe are generating leads nationally or regionally, but can only write or handle the transactions on a local level.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So now what I want to do selfishly is I'm going to come to you, pretend like I am a prospective client. And I don't know if you know what I do, but I teach local professionals like real estate agents, lenders, insurance agents, attorneys, doctors how to become the community market leader in their area utilizing digital marketing, social media, and video. So you combine all those together and we teach them what we call to become the community market leader. And we have wild success. Like, I mean, our students absolutely crush it when they do this correctly. So that's me. And I've got various products ranging from, you know, a $500 product all the way up to $22,500. I even have a free product, right? I've got my $22,500 mastery level coaching program that we can give away for free initially to agents that join me through my organization in EXP, and they get full access to my full coaching and they pay me back over time, or they can actually get it for free because we teach them how to build their own organization. And once they do so, they're able to wipe away the coaching fee. Okay. So that's me as somebody. And my main audience is real estate agents and lenders. However, we have now branched out to local professionals as well, because this strategy works for local professionals. What would your strategy be talking to me as if I was a prospective client? Where would you start? What would we do?
The good news is there's not a lot of difference between what you're doing and what anyone is doing. Like, I've probably worked in every conceivable niche at this point, from service to lead generation, you know, financial, all that stuff. There's not a whole lot of variation. I'll tell you what we did back in 2005, and it's what I would tell you to do. Is the very first thing I did was I made a list of all of our competitors. So I would make a list of everybody who teaches anything that's directly like in competition with you. Now, you can argue the whole like abundance mindset. Most industries like yours are not Coke versus Pepsi or Ford versus Nissan. You know, like, you're going to buy one car in the next 5 years, and it's going to be, say, a Ford or a Nissan. One of them's going to win, one of them's going to lose. Most of us aren't in niches like that. We can both win, but that's beside the point. So make a list of your competitors. So number one, I'm going to go after their affiliates. I'm literally going to look up their affiliates. There are at least a dozen tools out there that I haven't even kept up with. There's probably a new one in the last 5 minutes that's been created where you can say who's linking to this website, who's promoting, this company.
Oh, so you can build. So I go to my competitors. I can see
Yep.
like who, for example, Tom Ferry is my competitor. I can go to Tom Ferry's website and see who Tom Ferry already has affiliate partnerships with.
Well, you can use these tools to say who's linking to his website.
Okay.
There's also this website called Google.
And
you can literally take the name of one of Tom's courses, put it into Google, start going down. Who's been promoting it? I would start there, because here's the best reason why I'm going to start there if I'm in the affiliate world. There's prospective affiliates that are in a much broader area that you can get later. But when you're starting out, you want to start with the people who require the least amount of handholding. I'll give you an example. Your customers are going to become great affiliates, but you say something like your affiliate link and here's some swipe copy. And these people who bought your course that have a small list are like, affiliate link, swipe copy. What do you even mean by that?
Yes. What is she talking about?
But the people that are promoting your competitors, you don't have to explain these things to them. They require less hand holding. You don't have to teach them as much. So it's the lowest hanging fruit. And you effectively, and we have there's a free report. I'll give the URL later, but one of the things it has in there is a sample email, Krista, that basically says something to the effect of, and again, you can copy and paste this. I saw that you promoted X. I have Y. It's similar in that blank, but it's different in that blank. Would this be something you'd be interested in? One of the biggest mistakes people make when they're reaching out to affiliates is they write a novel. How many times have you seen an email from somebody you don't know, Krista, that's that long and you did what?
Delete it. Yeah.
Yep.
Or sometimes I'll save it to look at later, and then I'll delete it in a week. I'll delete it in a week.
There's no later. Yeah, there's no later. Not when it's that long. I mean, who has the time? I know. It's 2020. We all have the attention span of, wait, what was that? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's this long novel that here, we started the company and our commissions. No, you write a very short email. We have a 5-sentence max with our clients. You do not write an initial email longer than 5 sentences. If I find that you wrote one longer than 5 sentences, I will terminate the contract.
Wow.
That's how strict. I'm dead serious about that, because you can't do it. All you're looking for, you're not looking for a yes or a heck yeah, count me in. You're looking for the 3 magic words. Tell me more. Now you started a conversation. Now you can write a little bit longer, maybe 10, 12 sentences, give them a little bit more detail. And they go, okay, I'm pretty interested. I think this would be a good fit. Can you send me like the full thing? Now you write the novel. You tell them all the details in the world. But the big key is go for your competitors' affiliates. The next place you start looking is your actual quote unquote competitors. Again, not the people who maybe are in direct, like literally it's Ford versus Nissan type thing. But you think about those people who out there has a course in your world, who has a course that's similar, but not exact. Maybe it's more about lead generation and you're talking more about, this other stuff. How could you work together? Maybe you're at very different price points. Maybe your course is $1,000 and their lowest course is a $10,000 product. So everybody that doesn't pay them $10,000, they're going to make what off of? Nothing. Well, hey, how about you take everybody on your list? We used to do this with our competition. Take everybody that's been on your list for 18 months that hasn't bought a thing from you, pitch my offer to them. Now, instead of selling nothing to those, let's just say it's 10,000 people. Instead of selling nothing, you sell 75 of my courses, and every year your company makes an extra $75,000. That's easy money for them. It could be the other. It could be that their offer's maxed out at 1,000, and you say, hey, why don't you send to all of your buyers? Just send this to your buyers. People who bought your program, can you sell them my $10,000 workshop? And you pay a $3,000 commission on it. And they only sell 25 of them, but that's $75,000 again. So
yes,
you look at that. So then you start expanding. And so you start looking at what we call the tangential niches. So a good example of that is if you're in the time management niche, what are some of the tangential niches to time management? Well, there's
motivation, maybe
leadership.
Yes.
Productivity, just overall productivity, health and fitness is certainly a part of it. You start looking at those things that are tangential, wealth, building wealth and finances is tangential. Now you start looking at all those. Then you start looking at things like your customers. Again, they require a little bit more handholding.
So because this I think will help everybody. Okay. This is going to help everyone. So let's just say now you take an insurance agent, a real estate agent, or a lender, dentist. Okay. And how can you work an affiliate? And I'd actually love to have you jump on do a call with my students and actually really break this down for them one of these times if you'd want to. We have over 100 people on the call at any given moment, but like how they can utilize affiliate marketing to get referrals from past clients, so talk to me how what that would look like. And I think sometimes you have to be careful because I know like in real estate, you have to be careful. I don't think you can legally pay. I legally can't. I know you can't. You can't I can't give you, Matt, as somebody who's not licensed, a referral fee for giving me a person. However, I know there's ways around that, like a gift card or thing. I just need to know it's different in every state. So what would that look like?
So to be very clear, I say none of this if anything I'm about to say is not legal in your state, in your industry, that's on you. So
yes.
I'm not an expert. I'm not a legal expert, and I did not stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So
yes, okay.
Just to be fully, transparent on that. And I do come from the insurance world, but I come from the insurance world pre-2011. We all know what happened around then. So, yes. Things got a little different. And so the rules change. But here's what I would do with any type of customer or client. If you use a CRM that has a built-in affiliate system, many of them do, and you probably don't even know it. They call them different things. Infusionsoft calls them referral partners. Entreport calls them partners. Different systems call them different things. If you have one of those, you can actually just create an affiliate account, and then, for them, like you can just take that contact record. You can have an assistant do this, or I think there's even some automation where it's like, you click on all your people who've bought from you, tag them as partner, and it creates a partner account. Like sometimes it's a 30-second process, literally that fast. And then you reach out to them and say, hey, thank you for being a customer. Again, there's actually a template in this report that I'll mention later, but the gist of it is thank you for being a customer. If you'd like to make some money by referring people, we have a referral program. You could call it an ambassador program. We typically don't, even though I love affiliates, I'm the affiliate guy. I don't call these affiliate programs.
Yeah, because most people don't know what they mean. Yeah. But I wouldn't even, I guess an ambassador, a brand ambassador. I don't think a lot of people even know what that means. I'm trying to think
yeah. I mean, you can call it whatever. If there's a term that means something in your niche. So typically, referral partner or something like that is probably going to be your best terminology. And then you say, here's your link. And you explain to them very detailed. Again, this is a customer. So this is not the 5-sentence rule. This is probably an 8 to 9-sentence email. And you say, here's what that means when you use this specific link and somebody purchases my insert product here through after they click on that link, you earn X. Now, I typically don't say 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% commission. I just go with a flat number. And I say, if they purchase my course, you earn, and we actually set up a specific program for them that typically, if say you have a course that sells for $997, off the top of my head, that's a 498. No, if it sells for $1997, that's a $798.80 commission. I would just give them an $800 commission,
Yes,
and
exactly.
call it a day. It's just easier from this. You earn $800 every time somebody buys. You earn, it could be, if you have a membership program, a lot of times it's real easy to say, for every 3 people you refer, you get it free. Like every 3 people that stay on for a month, your month is free, and you just make the amount that they get that. There's all kinds of ways to do that. You just have to make it very, very clear for them. You probably need to record a couple of videos that shows them, hey, here's how you post to social media. Here's a Google Doc with all the sample copy. Here's how you use that. You take this copy it over, paste it into your, whatever you use to send emails. Again, it depends on how, do they have an email list, or are they just going to post on their personal Facebook? You have to, treat them all differently. But yeah, I mean, you do that. And of course, if you have 2,000 customers, it's really easy to get 400 or 500 of them out there promoting you, because these are going to be your best partners, because they have a story about how
Yes.
this product has transformed their business, their life, their health, their fitness, whatever it is. There's no better, source of affiliates, but I typically don't like starting with them, again, just because of the hand holding. That's why we start with the competitors' affiliates.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about so if I were hiring you to do, which I might, by the way. So if I were hiring you to do a launch for me, like to say, okay, Krista,
Mhm.
I've got this program, and I really want to, would you first tell me like which program would you look at what I have and kind of figure out what's the best place to start,
Yeah.
whether it be a 997 or a 15,000 or 20,000? Would you do that, or how would you?
Yeah. Typically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look up those competitors, and I say you don't have to play the exact same. You don't have to be in the same game, but you got to be at least in the same ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
If your competition, if their average course is, let's just say their average course is 1,400, then a $2,000 course is going to be great. What you don't want to do is everybody else in the market's at 1,400, and you've got a $100 product or
Yeah.
a $10,000 product. Like what are you, that's like totally different things. Same thing with commissions. It's like, okay, the average commission earned, is 30% on $1,000 product, and you're trying to offer 10% on a $500 product. Like, what are you even doing?
Yeah.
Don't even
Yeah.
try, because you're going to get nobody. It's not even worth the effort. So the first thing I do is look at the competition and say, okay, we need to go, just in this example, we need to go with $1,000 product.
Mm-hmm.
That's our target. We're going to go with that because that's the best product to get people. It's, it's in the wheelhouse of what they're thinking, you know? Robert
Yes.
Collier wrote, you want to enter the conversation that's happening in your prospect's mind, and your affiliates, in this case, your prospective affiliates are your prospects, and the conversation they're having ain't a $25,000 program probably. So you come in with the $1,000 product. Next thing we want to do is we want to look at the calendar. We want to sign up for our competitors' affiliate programs. There's so many reasons for that. Number one, they post a list of their top affiliates more than likely. Need I say more? If you can't figure out what to do with their affiliate, their
Yes.
list of top affiliates, I don't know if I can help you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they post that list. Secondly, you're going to get ideas. Like when we bring on a new client that's out of our, and right now, pretty much every niche is our wheelhouse because we've been in so many. But if we get in, like we got into the parenting niche, we started work with clients a couple of years ago in the parenting niche. I didn't know anything about the parenting niche. First thing I did was go sign up for every parenting affiliate program there was as an affiliate, just so I could see how are they communicating with their affiliates? What are they promoting? What contests are they running that are appealing to their affiliate? What's the conversation happening in their affiliate Facebook group? Just to begin to kind of understand the lexicon and, quite frankly, steal some ideas. Good artists
Mm-hmm.
copy, great artists steal. I invented that quote, not Pablo Picasso. That was me. See, I'm putting it to practice there. But like, I would go look at our competition and again, study them for a little bit. Also, we want to make sure that we're not doing a product launch at the exact same time as one of our biggest competitors. I mean, beat them to it. Go a few weeks earlier if possible. If
Yeah.
not, go a few months later.
A few
That's
months later, huh?
at least 60 days later, because they're not going to promote you back to back. That's
Mm-hmm.
just very unlikely. So we look at those things. We target 6 to 9 months, out. It's really hard. The reason for that is very simple. Your top affiliates, are like I am. If you look at my, we're recording this on December 1st. Our promo calendar is full through about the second quarter of next year. You email me and say, hey, Matt, can you promote us in May? I can't. I've already got stuff scheduled. You start looking at Q3, and actually we've got something early Q4, but nothing in Q3. We're pretty much open 5 of the last 6 months of the year. And so 6 to 9 months is a compromise between, quite frankly, I'd really like a year.
Yeah.
But you also can't, like, if you're launching for the first time, it's really hard to say, okay, we're going to wait a whole year. Like, no, go 6, 7 months, and you're going to not get a few people, but you're going to pretty much get everybody you want because of the timing. And that's kind of the first few steps. Get the dates down, again, establish who the competitors are, look for their top partners, start reaching out to them, start getting them committed. We want to start getting the tech stuff set up and actually get them set up. And then the big thing, Krista, the reason I say this is the big thing is because it's the single thing I see people screw up the most outside of writing a novel and that initial reach out. They get people to say yes. Now, so right now, let's just say you just got off the phone with one of the biggest affiliates in your industry, and you know for a fact they're going to make you 6 figures, right? Your first reaction is one, of course, like, yeah, whoa, like you're calling like your business partner, whatever. You're like, dude, I got so-and-so. Yeah. Your launch isn't until June. Here's what most people do. Between now and about mid-May, they go dark.
Yeah.
And you are so far, you're not even in the back of my mind by mid-May. You are out of my mind. And then you email me in mid-May. You're like, okay, we're 1 month to launch. Should I get me excited? I'm like, wait, not who are you, but like, wait, oh crap, do you have a launch? Really? No, like we want to set up a call right away, going over promo plans, locking down the dates, reminding them, hey, have you like giving them the links where they can literally click and add to calendar, making sure it's on their promo calendar, setting up a call to discuss, a promo plan, going through the literally like, here's what's happening on this day, giving them what we call a commitment sheet, not a promo plan, but a commitment plan.
Yeah, it's so hard though. So I found so many times, I guess if they're getting paid an affiliate, that might be more likely, but they won't do, you need them to promote and to nurture and to remind in their sequence. I know you give them all those things, but getting them to actually do it sometimes is a whole nother story, right?
There's a whole secret there. I said it in 2 words. We used to call them promo plans. And so we actually studied this for a few months across all kinds of niches. The rule in affiliate marketing is it's called the 90-10 rule. It's like the 80-20 rule, but it's the 90-10 rule. What we found is only about 10% of affiliates are going to be active. All these people are going to sign up, say, yeah. And then about 10% will be active. We've actually been about 50-50 with our clients. So we've been 5 times better than industry norm. We made a shift September of 2018, September 2018, that took us to about 80-20 active. And that was, instead of giving them a promo plan, which is what we used to call them, we call it a commitment plan.
Wow.
It's like right out of Robert Cialdini's playbook. If you're not familiar with Robert Cialdini, go read everything he ever wrote. You'll instantly become a better person and a better marketer, because you'll understand this principle of consistency. Like, if I say I'm going to do it, most people are going to do it. Like, actually, it doesn't sound like that's an accurate statement, but it's actually pretty much human nature. And so we created these commitment plans, and all it is a spreadsheet that says, here's what I agreed to do. I said, I'm going to send an email on this day. I'm going to post to my Facebook page on this day. I'm going to release a podcast episode on this day. I'm going to send to the unopens on this day, and it just walks through what they do. And what we found is people do it. People just follow the sheet because we co-created the commitment plan with them. We're on a Zoom call. We're going through. The launch starts on Monday, but they say, oh, I have another thing on Monday. Great. Can your first email go out on Tuesday? Sure can. Awesome. You're going to start on Tuesday. And so we have about 80% and we run affiliate programs with 400, 500, sometimes 1,000 plus affiliates with 80% active.
At one time?
Yeah.
For the same
Don't even
niche
get
or
me
different?
into when I ran it for Adidas and Shutterfly, we had hundreds of thousands, but that's totally different. When I work with guys like Michael Hyatt, we had about 1,500 affiliates, of whom about 1,200 were, actually did something. We had, I think, 800 make a sale out of 1,500.
Wow, that's great.
And you can do the math on that. About 300-400 of them only made an average of 2 sales. Well, 400 times 2 is 800.
Yeah,
times $1,000, and you can do the math when you have your top few affiliates making,
you find that many people that are like-minded to build. Gee, that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
with him, I'll just tell you, because we don't work with him anymore, so I can totally talk about this. With him, we did the same thing we talked about. We reached out to competitors. We also reached out to his students, because one of the things that was interesting about his students is he had a program that he actually just sold called Platform University. So he had about 5,000 people that were all beginner bloggers, YouTubers, podcasters. They might have only had 100 people on their list on average. But if you get 500 people who have 100 people, that's like having one person with 50,000,
Yeah.
but it's actually better because those 500 with 100 will go all out, and they have a very intimate relationship. And they might have 100 people on their list or 200 people on their list, but they're making like 11 sales and 5 sales versus the
Yeah.
person with 50,000 who makes 100 sales. And as a percentage, it's astronomically higher. So yeah, I mean, you just, that's where we started with him, but that's kind of the process. You really want that communication. Don't go dark on your affiliates. So what we recommend is about every 2 to 3 weeks, just do a simple reach out. It could be something as simple as like, let's imagine you're re-recording your course, and you could be like, selfie stick. It's one of my favorites. You just, hey guys, I'm on set here recording the new course. I'm so excited about the new course. Here's what we're covering, blah, blah, blah. I just want to say thanks for being a partner. Really excited. Just a reminder, June 14th, that's launch day. We're going to start with yada, yada, yada. And anyway, talk to you later. And it's like a 90-second video, but again, it moves it. What we're constantly doing is playing this game of moving it from here to here, here to here,
Yeah.
back of the mind. I realize there's podcast listeners, so I probably need to describe this. We're moving it from back of the mind to front of the mind. And then what happens is it goes to the back, and then we move it to the front, back to the front. We just constantly keep reminding them that we exist, and we can remind them of that June 14th date, over and over
Yes.
again, so they don't forget.
This has been great. I'm super and great information. I think it's so practical. Anybody can use it. You don't need to be, selling a product. You can be selling yourself, selling your own services, and it works.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done this in 100 niches probably at this point, from retail to guitar instruction to ballroom dancing to lead generation, insurance, finances, health and fitness, parenting, you name it. I mean, I get asked all the time, like, what niche does this not work in? There isn't one. There's a reason why Walmart has an affiliate program. There's a reason why Target has an affiliate program. And there's a reason why, so many mom and pop shops, and all kinds of, there's some weird niches out there. I'm sure you know that. Like, there are some things that you cannot believe that there are enough people to support that niche. And yet, like, I know people in some weird niches running 8-figure businesses. And I'm like, how are there that many people?
Because of so let me ask you this. So
yeah.
For example, for somebody that, like for me, the programs that I do, I have a huge support staff. So my programs, most of them, there's people that number one, I need to pay a sales commission to my sales team. Then I need to pay my company to help me manage the people that we're coaching, right? So I've got coaches and consultants and trainers. So it starts to kind of cut away at all the profits. So how does that work?
So first of all, just the mindset side of that real quick is, a small percentage of something is better than a large percentage of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these are going to be sales you otherwise would not have made.
Okay.
You can only do so much targeting on Facebook before you get so myopic, right? Affiliate marketing allows you to expand. Now, I always joke that, I know we run a lot of Facebook ads, but like, we're so targeted that only like 0.001% of the people that we could potentially reach profitably are we even targeting, because we don't know how to get to the other 99.99%. But our affiliates will do it for us. Like, we have a guy, our biggest affiliate in our launch 2 years ago, he's a libertarian talk show host. I never would target his audience.
Yeah.
And yet he sold hundreds of our course, hundreds of our courses. So I got to reach a whole audience that I never could have reached otherwise. So just from a mindset perspective, remember that I'd much rather make 20 or 30% of something than 100% of nothing. Secondly, what we do, we have a formula that we walk people through for determining your commission. The very quick version of that, Krista, is first you take off your cost of goods. Now, this is incremental cost of goods. So for example, I have to record the course and it's going to cost $20,000. Well, you're going to spend the $20,000 if you make one sale or 1,000 sales.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to hire a coach, say one coach for every 100 students, you make 1,000 sales, that's 10 coaches. Let's just say you're paying them an average of, $20,000. Well, your incremental cost, I'm doing the math there, is $200 per course. That comes off the top. The second thing that comes off the top is any other, well, so like that's the coaches. The next thing would be just any other incremental costs. If you have physical product, for example, if you're mailing a box for
Yeah.
$50, well, that's a cost.
Yeah.
The next thing to factor is your time. Now, again, this is incremental of your time. So for instance, the more touch that you give to the students, the higher the course and the higher the value and the lower the commission. It's perfectly acceptable in digital course world to pay a 25% commission if you're heavily involved, when if you're not, it's going to be 40%,
Yeah. Yeah.
So you keep going down, and let's just say it's a $2,000 product, and it's going to cost you $400 per student, in customer service and coaches and whatnot. And then, you're going to spend an hour with them, and we're going to just value that we're not going to value that at like full what you would charge, but we're going to value that at a reasonable rate. So we'll knock off another 400. And then you kind of say, well, I really don't want to do this. So I'm not going to make at least a few $100s per unit. So now we're down to about $800, and that's pretty much where we're at. Well, that happens to be 40%, which I can go ahead and tell you is very competitive. But the last step is we look at the landscape of the market, and we go, wow, with all those factored in, I'm down to 20%. But my competitors are all at 30, and I need to at least be playing the same game as them. So I'm going to just go up to 30 and eat into my margins a little bit.
And so is the idea, once they come in, do they get commission on them for life or just for that first time? Or is that also negotiable?
It's negotiable, but here's the thing. I always ask, there's the old scripture that says treat others like you want to be treated. I actually think that's probably the best advice on this, is like, what would get you the most excited?
Mm-hmm.
A lifetime commission. Because again, we're talking about acquiring the affiliate. What would get you the most excited? A lifetime commission or, a 90-day or a 60-day? Perceptually, the problem with a short commission range is honestly, it makes you look cheap.
I don't mean a short commission range. I mean, okay, so somebody comes in and they buy my $1,000 program, and they buy it through an affiliate. But then those people like the $1,000 programs, which they're like, I want to buy her $10,000 program. Do you then give them a commission on the $10,000 program too? And if so, is it the same?
Yeah, we do and no. Typically on the higher ticket items. So like our $25,000 coaching program, for example, it's just a flat $2,500. And because actually our we take a percentage of the back end. So sometimes our $25,000 coaching program is only 23,000. Sometimes it's 37. We just pay $2,500, flat thing. So it usually works out a little bit under.
So if
10%.
they upgrade, you're saying later you do pay.
Yeah. And here's the reason we do that. I'm looking to pay affiliates. Imagine like you're running Facebook ads, right?
You want them to keep doing it, keep wanting to work with you.
You want to keep paying Facebook because it's profitable. I love when an affiliate who hasn't promoted us in a year, when I get to send them $1,000, because I use that. This is the key. Most people would just go to PayPal, click the button, type in 1,000, pay them 1,000, over and done with. What do? I pay them the 1,000.
Call them and say, hey, you just got 1,000. You want to make more?
I message them on Facebook. I email them. And we just did this the other day with one of our top affiliates, and he hasn't promoted us. And actually, that's the guy I was talking about earlier. He hasn't promoted us in 2 years. And I'm like, hey, I need your PayPal address. For some reason, we don't have it on file. I think because when we paid him the last time, it was so big, we just paid him via direct deposit. But dude, you just made like $800 last month. And oh, by the way, we just released this, and I really think it would be great for your audience. And he's like, sign me up. I'm in. Like, look, can we do a promo in January?
Great.
It's gonna make us $50,000. That it cost me $800.
So what is your commission now? So you do all this. What's your commission that you take?
That we take, it varies a little bit depending upon the client. Typically it's anywhere from 5 to 10,000 a month retainer, and between 10 and 20% of affiliate revenue. So it just kind of depends.
I mean, if somebody gets you now and you're not doing the launch for 6 months, it's between 5 and 10,000 a month plus 10 to 20%, you said, of what you make.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
So it depends on the client. We're working with a really, really big client with an established affiliate program. So, I mean, they're already going to be, their last affiliate launch was $7 million. So we're not going to come in and demand, 15 or 20%. So we worked out a, kind of a special deal with them. He's a friend of mine. So we worked out a special deal. And then, in some smaller niches, it's a little bit higher. It just depends.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's no like, it's always, 5,000 and 15%. It's like, kind of depends on the scope of work too. There's clients where we do a little bit more back end work. Like they don't even have a partner center. They don't have any swipe copy written. Like they don't even have images created for affiliates, like nothing. They have zero. Well, we're going to charge more because we got to do all that. So.
Or you can just consult them and say, hey, this, and this, right? If they got a team that already makes all those kind of things.
Yeah, we do that. We actually have the coaching program that I mentioned, where it's people like they want to run it themselves. And we do recommend that until you hit about 7 figures. They want to run it themselves. They're not looking to have 500 affiliates, but they do want to optimize their 50 to 100. They want to bring on a few new ones. Yeah, they've got to.
And you guys, if you hire them, you do all the research, you find the affiliates, you do all that for them.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. So this was great, Matt. When we're done, don't leave because I need to still talk to you. But hopefully everyone, this helped you. So if you have got past customers, this type of arrangement most likely will work in some form or the others. He gave you some really, really great useful tips here. Some of which are, hey, number one, don't ghost them once you talk about it. Make sure you remind them, get them excited, give them a referral fee that's going to be exciting for them. Continue to give them a referral fee. Personally congratulate them. I can go on and on. You gave so many great nuggets, Matt. And so I just absolutely appreciate it. I know you said you had some kind of a link you wanted to give people. What would that be?
Yeah, just go to mattmcwilliams.com/Krista. If you don't know how to spell Krista's name, it's in the podcast. So mattmcwilliams.com/Krista. We'll have a special report there called Your First 100 Affiliates. We've got 15 places where you can find affiliates. So we talk about the ones that I shared earlier, but we actually share the email templates, all that fun stuff that people can actually can grab that there, and some more. There's some places where you can find affiliates that most people have never even thought of. But there, and some of them are for some niches, and some of them are like, you might look at it, you're a real estate agent, you're like, that is not for me. I'm not going to work with nonprofits. But there are other niches where you're looking at going, oh my gosh, like I have to get nonprofits, because like when I worked at Shutterfly, when I worked with them, they were a client. Nonprofits were like worth, they did $20-25 million in sales a year for our affiliate program. So all kinds of good stuff. So just grab that, mattmcwilliams.com/Krista.
And he said that even faster than I do. So that's Matt, M-A-T-T, McWilliams, McWilliams, .com/Krista with a K. Okay, that was so great, Matt. Thank you so much for your time. I totally learned a lot. I'm sure my audience did too. Totally appreciate this. You are a rock star. And listen, everyone, it's great to listen, but remember, implementation is key. And as always, thank you so much for your time. Make it a great day. Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free, and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.